Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Garage, where today we're going to be talking about the we're going to give an example of 5. There's probably limitless out there, but 5 common scams that you will encounter as a new business or a new tech, or basically once you get in the automotive industry, you're going to deal with these people, sometimes in other industries. Let's get started. Okay, scams I've encountered. Number 1 and most common is fake money. The amount of fake money, and we're in the Atlanta area, so it is absolutely everywhere. There's a lot of film industry out here, so I get a lot of film money that gets, traded out, play money, and just straight up counterfeits too. You get a lot of fake money. I don't like it. You need to check your money. I will tell you, an ink pen, the pen test does not work very efficiently anymore. One of the scams I fell for, the guy had taken $1 bills, bleached them white, and then printed a $100 bill over the top. So it was real currency. It would pass the pen test, but it was not $100. It was 1. So I did a very cheap engine swap one time and got completely roasted on that. And of course, you never find the guy again. So you're just SOL. So be very careful who you take money from and make sure that it's real currency and it is the currency it says it is. So we've dealt with a lot of that. Number 2, scam from customers. AAA tows. Now, AAA towing is kind of, sort of, maybe, possibly a scam in and of itself, but let me give you an example of what happens. My shop is here, and at nighttime, when there's not a closed gate, which is something that you should definitely invest in when you get a shop, if you leave the gate open for somebody to do a late night drop-off or a parking lot, I've had customers call and say that their car broke down, and AAA will just come tow their car out of the parking lot with an unpaid bill on it, and it'll just be gone the next morning. So for the cost of a AAA tow, they got their radiator replaced or their control arms replaced or whatever, and that's a problem. So watch out for that. Try to block in customer cars with your own vehicles, or leave them inside or disable them in some way that they cannot just come and take their car away. Number 3 scam that I've seen is kind of similar, a separate key at night. So they approve a big quote for a rear end or whatever repair you're doing. You go, okay, you do the job, you get it done, you test drive, you say, all right, your car's done, come pick it up. They say, yep, we'll be there tonight. We're going to pick it up this evening. And they come around closing time, but they don't show up. So we close up the shop, we leave, and in the middle of the night, they show up with an extra key and steal their own car back and avoid paying for the repairs. That has happened multiple times, to the point I now know if you leave a car overnight, it is getting blocked in. Absolutely 100% getting blocked in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and the entire driveway will be obstructed unless I get a call from a record driver saying he's dropping something off, and even still, I'm gonna go up there to move that car to witness that it's getting dropped off. There's no way that I'm ever going to just leave it open anymore from these scams. Number 4 scam on my list here is the oil change scam. You get a lot of these scammers, they'll come in with a knocking engine, they'll fill it up with, Lucas oil additive and 20W50 and quiet the knocking down, come in, yep, well-maintained car, yeehaw, you change it, you put that factory 020 or whatever back in it, and then it will knock loud as hell. And then they blame you for destroying their engine, and they want a free engine, and they are fully prepared to take you to court over it, even though when you took the drain plug out, it was very thick. This is very important. You want to have cameras to be able to prove that. You want to keep evidence when there's a suspected scam like that. When you take a drain plug out and it's really thick, but it's clean oil, but it's thick, you need to put that right back in and get that on film, get you some evidence so that when you do go to court, you don't just look like, oh, the mechanic broke the guy's engine. Nope, this guy is trying to run a scam. It's very common. You will come across it. Take evidence of those kinds of things so you have some proof, because nobody's going to believe you. You've got to have proof. Number 5 common scam we encounter is the abandoned vehicle. The abandoned vehicle. We have so many people who will send their car in for a very simple repair. Yep, I'll be back in an hour, and then 2 months later, they still haven't picked it up. What I've discovered is that they are avoiding repossession. So a lot of the newer cars come in for a brake job or a coolant flush or tires, whatever they come in for, and they just get left. And because we block them in to let the customer take it back, they won't get repossessed. So somebody falls behind on payments, doesn't want the repossession on their credit, they will just hide it at your shop. But you won't know that until they haven't picked their car up for 2 months. We've got a car here right now that's been here for a month and a half. It's a 2021. It didn't really hardly need anything. The check engine light was on for a gas cap code, which was, you know, they could have self-induced that one. And then, you know, we got that taken care of, and 2 months later, someone picked up their car. What's the deal here? So I've decided I think they're avoiding repossession doing this, which is just aggravating. So those are some scams you'll encounter when you get into the automotive world. Some of them annoying, some of them detrimental, like getting free work out of you or paying you with fake money to get free work out of you, or others just taking up your parking lot. So those are the things you'll encounter. You also got to be aware of people who make bad deals. Don't do crappy work. You got a car that needs $7,000 worth of work, but the car's worth $8. Just turn it away and tell them to crush it. Just turn it away. Just don't do that work. You know, oh, sentimental, this, that, and the other. Nope, anybody can pitch a story. If that car's a piece of crap, it's a piece of crap. If it was sentimental, why is it in such crap condition? Why aren't you taking care of it? You know why? Because it's not sentimental. They just want you to do the work and then not pay for it. So be aware of that. Don't get too salty with them. 80% of customers are great, 15 are just kind of clueless, and 5% are the people who are going to give you this kind of crap. It's a very small percentage, but keep on going. Anyway, that's all we got time for on Grumpy Monkey Garage today. Just wanted to pass along my knowledge, so hopefully I can save you from getting scammed of the scammers in the world. We'll see you next time on Grumpy Monkey.